Hello, citizens of the planet. Welcome back to Monday Musings with Larry Lelli. And this edition is going to be a bit musician-tastic. I'm going to talk about a little industry inside information that pertains to musicians. So if you're not interested in that kind of thing, you have permission to tune out now. Okay, so what I was reminded about recently at a performance was something that I remember experiencing when I first started playing on Broadway that I never experienced anywhere else in my musical life beforehand. And it's because I don't think it really exists anywhere else but in shows and musical theater. And it was something that was hard for me to get used to, but I had to get used to it right away. Otherwise, you don't work on Broadway. So, and what that is, for those of you who are still watching this and aren't musicians, as young music students, all of us are taught to learn how to play at a steady tempo and with proper time is what it's called. Playing with good time means you're able to play consistently at a certain tempo that has been established at the beginning of the song. You know, either with a metronome marking that says this many beats per minute, or a tempo marking that might be a word, like allegro. You know, they're all, most of them are Italian, come from Italian words, allegro or andante, things like that. So, we train our whole young lives as music students to learn to play with proper time and good, solid, consistent tempos, right? Well, when you get in musical theater, there are so many different working components that have to come together. It's not just all about the music. There are also scenic elements, you know, scene changes and set pieces, and there are costume changes, and there are singers that are doing dancing, and sometimes anyway, there are a lot of different components that are happening while a live musical theater piece is being performed. And it's the conductor's job to keep all of these elements together somehow with the music. So, there may be a tempo marking on a piece of music, but let's say a set piece accidentally starts coming in early and they realize that, wow, we've got to be done with this song because that set piece is coming in and there's no stopping it. So the conductor might adjust the tempo of that song and move it a little faster, maybe at the end of a phrase or whatever, in order to get the people off stage, get the singers to end the song, so that the set piece can come in and not kill anyone. I'm being over dramatic about this kind of stuff, but these are things that could happen. Or let's say there's the lead actor is off stage having a costume change while there is what we call incidental music or scene change music, and something happened and the conductor sees that actor is not coming back on stage at the appropriate time, so that conductor might have to adjust the tempo of that music and slow it down a little bit, because what might be happening on stage is maybe there was a wardrobe malfunction during that costume change, and the dressers are back there furiously trying to figure out how to duct tape this costume back onto this person so that they don't run out into the stage and be naked. So the conductor is often moving the tempo of the song, and it's something that you have to get used to, even if it's not how it's supposed to be. You know, like the music may say, this is the tempo. Well, that's the ideal. That might be the ideal, but in a live theater performance, if things are somewhat not going exactly as planned, it's the conductor's job in that moment to make the music stretch and fit to, you know, hopefully it be unknown to the audience that anything has gone wrong or that anything has changed, and they often try to do it so subtly so that you don't even, this could happen in the middle of a song. You know, where say, you go from one singer singing a line to suddenly 50 singers singing a line, and because they're all singing together and they're all doing a dance step or something like this, they all need it just to go a little slower just so it all locks together. That might happen during one musical number. The tempo might just go like this. And hopefully, it's something that the audience never hears or feels or knows that even happened, because it usually kind of comes out all in the wash, so to speak, when the whole production is happening all at one time. So it's something that you as musicians who are going into this business need to be aware of before you play your first musical theater piece. Just be aware that there are slight tempo fluctuations that will happen from show to show. It's not always the same. It can be different all the time. It's live musical theater. Anything can happen. So, thanks for tuning in. I will see you next week.